Okay, Steph here. Just jumping straight into a Nomad game. Oh god. Started the recording a little bit late. So I am Malians. I believe they have a wood bonus. Okay, so Nomad, you start with your villagers scattered, and you want to look for a good place to drop your TC now. This right here looks okay to me. I've got deer and wood nearby. Unfortunately, I just realized I'm near Teal, my teammate. Um, so we'll try that. I like to hotkey my docks, so I give it number 5. Uh, and I think with the Malians, you can make a fishing boat immediately, which is a nice bonus because I'm a little bit better than all of the players in the lobby. Doesn't mean that I'm going to have an easy game necessarily. So I found no sheep, a bit of a rough start. I have a fishing boat out from like minute 1 as soon as I dropped my house. So that's a nice little thing. And people are flaring, just kind of. So I think because I have a fishing boat already, I'm just gonna go for my first villagers on food. Sorry, I'm still finding my tongue here. And there's a little bit of lag, which is, even though everyone was on green ping, it's just a parcel of HD lobbies. Sorry, wife. Okay. So I think the host is JMH and yellow player is his wife, I guess. Um, which is cute. I don't know what they're talking about. Let me just see. Sorry, wife. Sad game. I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, I have a fishing boat out already. So you want to drop a dock because that's essentially like an extra villager producing place. So you kind of double it as long as you can keep your wood flowing in. And now they're talking in the comments here about TC wars. So there's a bit of etiquette with Nomad lobbies. And that's if you start and you place your TC randomly, your town center, your first one, and the enemy, say, happens to be here. It's kind of the etiquette that you just Now, what I'm gonna do here is just scout with a villager because I haven't found any sheep. After I finish these first 2 deers, it's actually not the best spot to have put my town center. You want to keep your food coming in. Barring that, you want to then have wood coming in so you can make fishing ships. So I'm doing that now. Okay, there's a few more deer behind here. And I just found one of Teal's sheep. I'm going to send that up. And I'm going to keep one. And I know Teal was up here somewhere. She can grab that. And you see there I had hotkeyed my dock, so I didn't even have to switch to it. I just pull up the hotkey. Okay, let me drop this food off. I need to make sure I'm making another villager. Let me just pick up loom so my town center isn't idle. Okay, and I have the food now to make a new villager. Okay, so I'll probably need a new house in a second. So I'll just drop one here. And Teal really wants to give me that villager back, so he's right here, up there. I don't have flare because they're going to get confused. And I can make another fishing ship. And so red's up there. So it can be very chaotic, Nomad. I went and just took this sheep just so I can get a little bit of food, like a surplus, so my town center is constantly producing villagers. Now, people like, I think it's more a noob thing to do, because this is an enemy. I need to be careful in case his town center's right here. He does have loom, so I don't want to fight that. I could walk into his town center, so I'm just going to keep an eye out on that. That could be where his town center is. It could be that he dropped a dock down here and is now just walking his villager back to wherever his town center is. So if you want to try to guess where the enemy is, a good thing to do is to look for what direction are they walking to with villagers. They're often trying to get back to where they're could have another deer there. They often want to get back to where their town center is, or walking from their dock to their town center. And just by looking at the direction of where they're moving, even if that's not their base, you can kind of get a picture of. Okay, I just want to see how many deers are here, if it's worth sending my villagers over. Probably not. Now I think what I'm going to do here, so Blue's calling someone a cunt, interesting. So sparks are flying already. Reason I send my ship here is just to scout out for the extra fishing spots. I think what I'm going to do with these villagers, and I'll probably just do now, is drop a mill. And the plan is to, okay, so he really wants to give me that sheep. Oh no, he sent it back. You shouldn't scout where your ally is, because after you get shared view in feudal age, it's kind of redundant scouting. So yeah, you should try to scout where your ally isn't. Okay, that's a nice deer patch. And if teal's not taking, because I did get a rough start, so if teal doesn't want to take that, we'll probably make use of that. Okay, so that fishing ship went and scouted. Why I'm scouting around here, sorry if I jump a lot between topics. If the fishing boats can't see a new, alright, where did the, oh, there's the fourth villager. If they can't see a new fishing spot to go and fish, they'll just go idle, so. And I found another sheep again. I don't know where I keep finding these. Alright, teal, stop sending me sheep, please. So yeah, like I said, you want food and you want wood, mostly as a means of getting food. And when you get up to feudal age, okay, so I see a nice boar there. I think that's what this villager's task is. When you get up to feudal age, you then need to pick, do you want to fight to defend your ship, your fishing ships, or do you want to push on land, or do you want to go straight to castle age? And one little trick if you're worried about, like, you're jumping between stuff you're doing, you're worried about losing your villager. Say you have to walk a long way. Wow, teal. Thank you. It's just to send your villager to not actually get the boar, but just to, sorry, let me just focus on this, but just right next to the boar. So if you, in case you forget, you come back and look and, oh shoot, my villager has just died in front of the boar and I forgot to check back on it. So you can just send your villager to just right next to the boar. When you're ready, say he has to walk out a long way. When you're ready, you click on it and then you make sure you click back behind your town center or something, just to get him to. So there's deer here. There's shorefish, which was the second reason I put that mill there. And I would like to click up soon to feudal age. I'm just wondering, so you can force stuff off, send them into the town center, jump them out, and I can go up just like that. Now I'm not sure. Okay, so teal is fishing nearby. I'm not sure how many more fishing boats I want to make. And I'm just going to tell teal that that's deer. He can take that deer. I'm up to feudal age. I don't need it at the moment. Why? I don't know what he means by why. Anyways, it's just a nice thing to do. Just let your allies know if there's resources that they can grab. Okay, and then I'm sending this villager here just to make another dock. I've had a good start as Malians. So I'm going to fight on the water. And one thing what Teal was doing is, let me just ask. He was sending his fishing ship, I think, to scout around. Okay, so there's one down there. scout around for enemy docks. So now you can see they're almost finished that deer. Instead of them, see, they're going to try to walk back. Just have them kill the next deer. Save on that walk back. And I'll give this a hotkey of 6. And I'll just start making some fishing ships there. Now, I forgot to take gold. It's not a big problem. I have a lot of villagers. I'm going to get wheelbarrow. And it's not a big problem because I can just sell. I have an excess amount of wood. You get that with Malians. It comes in very nicely. What I need to do is find out if purple is actually here, because I just need to be aware. You want to kind of be aware of where your immediate neighbors are. A lot of people don't rush in feudal age. So I have my gold mining camp up a bit late. I probably should have dropped it in dark age. But if I want to go fast to castle, I can always just sell my... I'll just finish this wall off just to be safe. Oh, and look at that. We have a nice little wall between us. Okay, so I can just sell as soon as wheelbarrow finishes. I'm up to castle age, just like that. Nice and easy. And now these villagers are finished there. I don't know in this edition if you can switch between food types. So I just made sure she dropped off the deer before she went for the food type, that is. Actually, I don't need a lumber camp. Because I think Malians get the upgrade for free. Oh no, it's gold mining. Okay, so maybe I... Yeah, I do want. You want the feudal age wood upgrade. I don't want to take from there. So now that I'm up to feudal and I dropped a market, I can see where enemies potentially are. Okay, and I forgot to start making fire ships. So as you can see, there's a lot. It's very chaotic. There's a lot that happens. So let's just send that there. Looks like someone was already fighting him. Maybe teal. And I don't know where everyone else's fish are. Somewhere, I guess. Okay, then you start thinking up to castle age. So red's there. Red is... I don't think he's a great player. I can't remember now. He's Burmese. I didn't take any stone. That is one tactic. I see teal's taking stone. Ooh, teal's right next to yellow. Okay, so this is going to be an aggro game. I'm going to change my tactics here. I'm going to start taking stone because the Malians have a very nice unit out of their castle, the Gebettos. And I think what I'm going to do, so rather than booming, just confirm if purple's there or not. I think that was just his... Where was I looking? Villager building houses, maybe? But so rather than dropping town centers now, I'm going to try to get a castle up as fast as I can. I can even consider a fast imperial age, like that's not too stupid. Okay, what did my fire ship end up doing? Oh, looks like they've taken out that dock. Where's the next enemy dock? There. And yes, purple is there. Okay, so I think now I can sell my way up to try to get that castle. I think I might do that because my ally might be in a tight spot. Okay, so I've sold my way. Let me drop off some resources. Keep my town center working. I might add another town center later. And let's just drop a castle right. That might be in range, so let's just drop a castle there. So we'll help my guy out. And what I would just want to do is just wall, because I'm not focusing on purple. I just want a wall there. Okay, did I get that? Yes, I got the first lumber camp upgrade. I'll wait on the second one. Did I make a fire ship out of there? No, I didn't. So my food is flying in. It's all thanks to the okay, and knights are coming out of there. Alright, so I need to be safe here. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. That was very stupid. What I was trying to do was buy wood. Okay, so luckily he's on the house. That gives me a little bit of time. I want to probably just drop a town center here. I need to be quick about that because purple's got knights coming. I can try to wall here just to delay him, but... And how's this castle? That castle's coming up. Yellow is not denying it. Okay, so, and I need to think about securing this, so... And I think my first Gebettos I'm going to be sending back. And let's just put these guys back on wood because I'm kind of lacking wood. My first Gebettos, okay, so he's up. So that fast imp might have made sense if purple wasn't going so aggro. Okay, this town center here, I feel quite safe now. I can still consider a fast Imperial Age just to break purple's castle. It's not a stupid idea. Let's see, I might have, that dock might be in a, okay, where did my fire ship end up? Didn't quite make it there. And let's try to keep an eye on these knights. They've moved out, so I need to, I'm quite defended around here. Looks like that is stuck for now. Okay, and he's trying to ram push. This is not going to work because I can just sit Gebettos behind. And my long-term plan is to still get to... So I'm just going to try to quick wall here. And I'm probably not fast enough there. No, I'm not. So I need to run these villagers. And of course it decides to lag right as I'm trying to do that. That's okay, I'll lose some. Can you make sure these guys are on stand ground? And Teal's got an adorable little army there of everything under the sun. Okay, let's try to get up to Imperial Age. Okay, so I'm pretty confident that's going to defend me. And let's focus a little bit on economy. Not like crazy, but just a little bit. And let's just keep these guys active. Okay, so what was going on here? I am in a pond. So it is sometimes nice to fish in a... What's happening here? Okay, he can reach my fire ship. So let's just try to hit it from there. Oh, and look at that. Caught a very nice find. Just keep my farms coming along. Like I said, I'm expecting... So this is denying a town center, which would have kept Yellow's villagers safe, and he had to delete that. And I want to make sure these guys are on stand ground, so the Gebettos have this nice ranged attack. My stone villagers are busy grabbing some stone. Let's just scout around, because I might want to drop another castle. And I'm not doing a good job making sure this town center is producing villagers. Oh, look at that. He's trying to drop something over there. So let's just follow that. See where that leads. I don't know where Teal's knights went. They kind of just made away. Looks like we're shutting down that dock play. Okay, he tried to wall me off. That didn't work. Yellow's just running for the hills at this point. But look at that sheep. Okay, and there's something more. And looks like might be another town center that goes down. So I'm going to try to split and attack different villagers. Yeah, this is not very good. And I'm going to put these guys on active stance because I want them to chase down. And this is what I mean about being better rated than your opponents. And I just see Red's trying to drop it. Oh, and he's gotten one town center up. So those guys don't have a lot of armor. I'm going to... What's going on up there? Okay, this probably indicates I'm going to lose my fish. Now, that's okay. They've done a lot of work for me. So you don't want to, if you can help it, don't ring the town bell. I'm kind of hoping that... Did I lose these guys? No. Is Yellow trying to finish that? No, he's not. Let's send this guy over. And keep them on stand ground for now. My trebuchet I can hear just came out. Okay, that's scaring them away. Now, I might soon want to start thinking about upgrades for... Okay, I need more villagers on. Upgrades for my Gebettos. Right now I'm just trying to target down that. And I need to probably add another unit type soon. Okay, so he's got a castle up there. Right, let me get this. I just want my town centers to be a little more defended. I think there is an upgrade in the castle that lets you... And let's just keep... I find what works best is to just keep pushing. You just want to force your opponents to be constantly bleeding resources and stuff, trying to... Okay, look at that. You're always going to find something. Just keep push. Keep guys on stand ground if you're unsure. Now it's probably time to get some... Okay, I might want to consider pikemen or maybe camels. So let's get a barracks down, because I don't know how long red can defend me for. I'm just gonna nick those. Oh my god, he killed them himself. Those siege workshops could be dangerous, and here comes... And I need a castle here. And I need to start sending my defensive units. Now, I don't have the hotkey for gates, so I'm gonna try to... and I need to think about... Can I get that in time now? I might lose a few vills here, but I'm just going to force this one up. What's going on here? Okay, we took out that. So keep pushing on that side if you think you're safe. I'm losing some vills, but once the castle's up, I can jump inside. I don't know why I... Okay, why did I not... You always want to check that your villagers are back working again, because otherwise... So that castle is just purely defensive, and now I can probably start thinking about... So he's taking my houses. I'm just gonna make sure that I've got backup ones over here. Okay, no one else is Imperial Age, I'm the only one, so I should be using that advantage. And I need more gold is the short and sweet of it. Getting bloodlines because I want to get Farimba camels. Which of course is ridiculously expensive, and looks like he wants to drop a castle. Let's just get a trebuchet, and I don't think that's going to work out well for him. Let's see. And I'm just realizing here I'm going to drop back here. I'm going to need a safe space to start to replace my farming economy. And the trebuchets often do this, just I can see yellow's trying to mass up some units, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, I don't know why that... Come on, did I not save you guys? A lot to consider here. I need to make sure my food is still flying in. Did I lose fish? No, not yet. And someone is resigned on the other team, so there's other stuff happening in the game. Lou resigned first. Looks like I said, you don't want to panic if like that purple who we ignored the whole game. Yeah, we got a victory. Purple we ignored the whole game. Eventually, of course, he's going to push me. I just need to decide how much I want to invest in defending that. Bought a quick castle, gave up this town center. I know I'm Imperial Age. Purple is an Imperial Age, but he'll take a while to make his own trebuchets and stuff. Just drop a GG in there. And it seemed like uh, this was also probably what tipped it, a very close battle between gray and blue. A Castle Age battle as well. Gray's got in Ramsar, which are very good at dealing with Castle Age defenses. Uh, and green's also set up there. So, yeah, that's Frusta. Oh, sorry, it was green. It was only green. I don't know where gray was. Gray was down here. Gray looks like he's having a nice free boom. So, yeah, your starting position matters a lot to how you play. If you're far away from anyone, you usually want to just get a massive economy, go straight to Imperial Age, try to kill there. If you're close by, you might have to defend even in Feudal Age. Uh, my one criticism of how Teal could have played, how I like to play, is you can rush with towers. You get the free upgrade to guard towers. So, for example, if he just started being annoying and just dropping towers and creeping forward into my base, I would have had to invest a lot to defend that. Maybe make rams, stuff like that. He made knights quite easy with his town center. I can jump inside. Teal had 20 spearmen, so that was alright too. Yellow and red just never had a comfortable place to set up. So I'm just looking. I knew Teal was going to drop a castle. Also because of his positioning, that's usually what you're thinking. But I was up quicker. I'll drop my own castle. And especially it's nice to drop a castle if you can make nice units out of the castle. So those Gebettos did a lot of damage to his villagers. And if he ever chased me with military, I can just run away. They're very fast as well. So yeah, it was a good game. They did win the water, but he never got to my fishing ships. So he should have kept pushing. And if you invest in the water, like I guess blue did, it might mean that he didn't have enough to defend his land. So he could drop castles. I mean, green's castles right here means he can never attack those rams because these castles will just kill those units. So you almost might as well not have even made a castle if you're closed in that much by enemy castles. But yeah, fun game. And let's just check the statistics. One thing, yeah, it wasn't a pretty sad little pond here. It's not too bad. You can make fish traps. Your fish are generally safe. No one else thinks to do the same thing. So it's not the end of the world to be inside a pond. Sometimes I like it. I hate on Nomad having to defend the water because one guy can just go with 5 docks, fire ships, and there's not too much you can do about that unless you want to lose your whole economy whilst making your own fire ships. Alright, let me see the achievements. Gain a little bit of elo, that's nice. And yeah, not a very high action game. I did get top kills, but it's not a lot of kills in it. And that food kicked in nicely there. Um, Byzantine fire ships, blue and fire ships and Byzantines do have a bonus on fire ships, so maybe that was a good choice, but he was unlucky that green was right on top of him and grey he's kind of sandwiched. And yeah, mostly this comes with practice, having faster castle age times. You just sort out the economy, play some tricks with the market. And then I just want to go fast to Imperial Age. It's the easiest way to break the enemy castle because um, we'll have a reasonable villager high, except poor wife. I feel bad. Never really managed to find a safe place to build. Yeah, back this castle here. Teal had placed a good castle, or no, not teal, red. Red maybe. Placed a good castle, so. Not that they kept any villagers around it, so if they had a castle, they should have been maybe mining the stone, working around it. They just abandoned it, so. But yeah, that castle was well placed to hold us up, so. Anyways, good game.